Okay, now just gonna boot this up and hope that it doesn't cause me any issues. More of a run anyway. It should, hopefully, fingers crossed, not cause any problems whatsoever. Save your choice at the end of each room when each night is concluded. Alright, cool. Right, let's... Music good. Music is good so far. Right, I just need to go to See whether I even know my own setup. That's the one I'm planning on using. There we go. Please just work for me. Please. It's not going to work. Right. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So that one doesn't want to work. Okay. Just have to add a new source because for some reason this just seems to be the case every single time I start a new game. Just new window capture would be fine. Can you capture speed dating with ghosts? Not that one. Okay, it is going to cause me issues. Fantastic. Right. Let's see whether... This is the last thing that I need right now. Let's try game capture. I'm going to call it indie. Capture any full screen application. Hopefully this will work. Let's see what the... Ah, good. Fantastic. Okay. There we are. It is working. Hooray! Okay. I know little to nothing about this game. I've definitely heard about it. But let's just jump in and enjoy a night of speed dating. Oh, hello there. You must be here for speed dating. My name's Fran. I run this little operation. Nice to meet you, Fran. You're a nice one. We get all kinds of ghosts in here. Nice ones, sad ones, a few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. It has been pretty difficult. It has? Wonderful! Then let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Yeah, makes sense. Doesn't it, though? Another ghost who also signed up sits across from you. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings, and you switch seats. Just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds. And at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How does all that sound? Honestly, I can't wait. Neither can I. First things first, though. Yes. Choose your room. Room of Palms, Room of Liars, and Room of Black. You know what? I quite like floral rooms. So let's go with the plants. The Room of Palms. It looks like a basement of an old church. Faded linoleum? Let's go with that. Floors. Spare walls with the odd religious print framed in peach-coloured wood. On one side is a large open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. This must be where the cabbage smell is coming from. Rows of long tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. They work well enough for today's speed dating. Oh, nice and blue. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Oh, hello there, football head. Sup? I'm Riley. You're pretty hot for a ghost. You're not so bad yourself. Right? Okay. Isn't it cool we stay the age we died? Makes dying young a little better. Why are you speed dating? You're probably thinking, what's this hunk of man doing here? I feel ya. Even hunks need a little help sometimes. It's been a while since I bit it. Still haven't found the one, you know? I've tried mixers, personal ads. Beefy boy seeks nice ghosts for some one-on-one. Nothing doing. So I figured I'd give this a go. It seemed fun. How'd you end up as a ghost? Oh wow, so, long story. It was a wide receiver in high school. Got real good. When it came time to college, bam, full scholarship. But football's rough. When you catch passes like I did, you take a lot of blows. After a while, I started getting headaches. I'd get dizzy just standing up. But I kept on playing. Had to. I mean, these were my best years. Until one day, intracranial hematoma. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, now I'm here. And we get to meet. So it's not all bad. I try not to let how I died define me. So many ghosts have sad stories. I want to make the best of this. Have some fun. Be the best Riley I can be. It's just hard to figure out what that means. I wish ghosts didn't care so much about labels. It's just like when we were alive. Everyone's always telling me who I was, without bothering to learn who I am. So who are you? I'm still figuring that out. Without my division high receiving yards, and all the cheering in the stands, who is Riley? You're someone with heart. That's what Coach would always tell me. You've got heart, Riley. Hold on to that kid. Maybe he was onto something. He seemed like a nice enough ghost. Oh, snap. Half time. Guess we call timeout. Let's get this going in the second half. Another ghost appears.
Hello, sunshine.
The ghost takes a long drag of their cigarette. The smoke rises up through their hollow frame, pumping out holes in their back. Nice to meet you.
Is it? That's a surprise. I'm Vera. That or, the lady in smoke. That's what the ghost hunters call me.
Ghost hunters?
Living weirdos. Trying to prove we exist. Hunter sounds dramatic. Gives them too much credit. For years now, I've haunted Vegas, the glitzier condominiums on the Strip. Obnoxious houses behind gates. I wake up. Rich fools at night, shrouded in gray smoke, jangling pennies, wailing, "Pay the price." Junk like that.
Honestly, that is pretty cool.
Thanks, hon. Spend lots of time working on it. I like when they choke on the smoke. Choke themselves awake. Then they see me, floating at the foot of the bed, looking ready for a funeral. It works. Except when the smoke alarm goes off. Then it's not as scary.
So you're famous?
I guess. Word gets around. I'm a regular topic on midnight radio. Not that it matters. It ain't like being famous when you're alive.
What's different about it?
For one thing, no one knows what you look like. The best I get is looking familiar. A lot of people have heard of the lady in smoke, but there's like one photo out there of me. It's all grainy. I don't look too bad, though. The grain hides the wrinkles.
Older, scarier.
All the good ghost pictures are hard to see. I didn't want them taking it all. I guess it looks good on a resume. What brings you to speed dating?
Honestly, curiosity.
It's good to be curious, especially now, when you've been dead. As long as I have, you start feeling like you've seen it all. Hold on to that curiosity. It'll save your life.
Don't you mean death?
Whatever.
The bell rings.
Guess that's the bell. We'll have to pick this up later. See ya.
Again, they seem perfectly lovely. Another ghost appears. Oh my. Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm Stephanie, but you can call me Steph. Everybody does.
Hi, Steph.
Hey. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I spent like an hour putting my face on this morning.
You look nice.
Thank you. That's sweet of you to say.
What brings you to speed dating?
I've been single for a while. At first, it was great. I did what I wanted to do. Taught myself some Japanese. Played my clarinet every day without fail. Allowed myself time to get to know the real me. But after a while, the silence gets to you. My cat only says so much.
Tell me about your cat.
Clarence, after the angel. But he's more of a demon, especially around food. You know how most cats have this pleasant meow? Almost a mew? Clarence wails and whines, all raspy like he's dying. Or dead. You probably think I'm so weird.
We're all a little weird.
I suppose it beats being normal. There's nothing worse than meeting someone and running out of things to say after like 10 minutes. That's why I'm here. There's no time to get bored. If you do, it's almost impressive.
Tell me about learning Japanese.
I thought I'd pick it up easily, since it's so far removed from English. There's such an art to drawing the characters, but there are so many.
First you learn hiragana, those are the basic characters for sounds, then katakana for words taken from other languages. By the time I learned all those, I thought I was getting pretty good. Then came kanji. There are thousands of kanji characters. It's overwhelming. You've got an eternity to learn. If only. I'll die before I learn the language. Exactly. What do you mean? We're ghosts, remember? If only. Sometimes I wish I was a ghost. Like, not dead. That would be terrible. But a ghost. All ephemeral and timeless. It is pretty great.
What do you mean?
Oh no. You died.
Wait.
What? What do you mean? Oh no. No, wait. The bell can't be ringing yet. I don't understand. We're dead? Did I die? Am I a ghost? Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? Poor Stephanie. Sup, Riley? I'm Riley again. So, like, what should we talk about now? Got any dating tips? Dating tips, huh? I'm only a player on the field. Off it, love's no game for me. I just try to be real. And ask the same of others. It's pretty simple, actually. I like you, Riley. I like you too. The bell rings. So, like, I was thinking, it might be fun to see a game together. The old team's playing our state rivals. It's been a while since I've checked on them. That's not my thing. Bummer. But hey, I understand. I think maybe we count this as a loss. There's always next time, though. I'm not really into sports, I'm not gonna lie. Even dead, it doesn't sound that fun.
Hello again, sunshine. Good to see you back around. We only touched on my past last time. Us ghosts tend to look back a lot, reflect, obsess maybe. Hard to know a ghost without knowing how she lived.
So how did you live?
I made my life in Vegas. I went there when things started booming. I figured I could make some money. At first, I lost a whole bunch. Slots, they'll get you good. Then I took this job, working for a casino boss, his executive assistant. I told him when to wear a tie and cleaned his dirty laundry, if you get my meaning.
You must have made serious money.
Honestly, no. The base pay was pretty sad, but when I did good, he gave me $1,000 tips and put me up. Never had to pay a dime in rent.
Seems like a good deal.
If you like blood on your hands, this guy was a scumbag, a real piece of work. There was nothing he wouldn't do. Buy people out, rob them. There were so many convenient accidents. Anything to get to the competition. I was the one who kept his secrets. I made them go away.
Sounds dangerous.
It wasn't. Until it was. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up. A voice. The boss's son said they were out of clean shirts. It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter and rushed over to the casino.
You had a daughter?
Sure did. I was a single mom in the 50s. In case you're doubting why I stayed at the job. Casino front doors were locked. The doors were never locked. Security let me in. Led me to the blackjack tables where my boss was waiting. Dead on the floor. Blood. Soaking into the burgundy carpet.
Where was his son?
Standing next to his pops. He smiled when he saw me. "You'll make this go away," he said. I nodded. 2 guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me and loaded my dead boss into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove, the other made sure to sit with me in the back seat.
Did you like the son?
No. When I say son, you probably picture as a kid, 20 or so. This guy was probably going on 45. He'd inherited his dad's thirst for power, but not his loyalty. I kept thinking about where this put me. When we got to the desert, would they bury me too? But they didn't. I watched as my boss, friend to the mayor, a builder, a legend, got what he deserved, a hole in the sand.
Did you confront him?
Not a chance. By the time we got back to the strip, the casino was open, busy as ever, and the sun was out, making funeral arrangements. A heart attack, that's what they called it. Sudden, unexpected, tragic, horse crap.
And your daughter?
I wasn't about to pick her up. At least not until things were cooled down. I went home alone. Locked all the doors and windows, turned off all the lights, and waited. Nothing happened. Until I nodded off. I woke to an intense heat. Took a deep breath, sucking in hot black smoke. Lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. They burned my home down after making sure I was inside. What about your kid? I made sure she was taken care of. I had a bunch of money stashed away. My brother in Tulsa took her in for a long time. I couldn't bear to see her. By the time I was ready, I couldn't find her. I can't even tell you if she's still alive. Sorry this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink? and try not to let the past haunt us, even for just an hour.
Okay, now we're going to talk to Stephanie again. So, wait. We're actually totally 100% dead? Sort of. Sort of? What the heck does that mean? We're still conscious. This is so weird. I still feel alive. Just like disassociated. Like the whole world is going on without me. It's a familiar feeling. I felt a lot when I was alive too. What was your life like? It was difficult, except not really. Mostly life was pretty good. Good parents? Good parents, for sure. There was really only one thing wrong with them. They were cooler than me. When I was born, they were in their early 20s. They were into all this weird music, artsy movies about ballets, school witches, and fantastic planets that were just creepy. My dad even smoked alternative cigarettes. Meanwhile, I was dork with the puzzles, learning languages for fun. My parents were excited when I joined band. They thought it would help me make friends. Mostly, I just liked to practice alone in my room. Didn't you get lonely? Everyone else alone is that. Some people like to be alone. It's easier to keep a handle on things, especially when things start to go wrong. And holy, did things go wrong in my life. What happened to you? This is hard to talk about. I had cancer. A brain tumor. It was bad. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday, I started getting headaches and feeling confused about things. Things would just look wrong, out of place. It's hard to describe. What was the treatment like? It was rough. Radiation, chemo, so much chemo. They said it was aggressive, to be aggressive. Eventually, the symptoms subsided. It seemed like they zapped it. Told me I was progression-free, whatever that means. I was allowed to go back to school, but I didn't. I retreated to my room. After so much time facing death, I had a lot of trouble facing people. Funny, huh? Now I'm facing death and people. There's the bell. I guess it's back out of the world now. I have a lot to figure out. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk this out. Steph leaves the room. If you hurry, you can catch up to her. See if she'd like to talk some more. Then again, Day with a Ghost like Steph might not be the most exciting. She's no football hunk, nor is she the infamous lady in smoke. Oh, hard choice. Choose your date. It's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. It's... my nature says go with Steph because she's the one who needs somebody the most, even though she says she's a loner, because she's still figuring things out. But then Vera is the second most interesting. But I just don't know. I heard most of Vera's story. So I think I'm more, I guess, I don't know. I think that, yeah, I think I'll go with Steph. You catch up with Steph. She looks surprised to see you. You think, it's hard to tell with the mask. Hey, what's up? Is everything okay? Also, had I done Vera, I, would have had to have kept doing that voice, and, whew my. That's, quite the voice she has. Is everything okay? I thought we should hang out. Oh, cool. I'd like that. Where should we go? She's in band. Let's go to the park. We can be sort of alone, whereas Symphony, I think, will just give her bad memories, right? That sounds nice, actually. Let's go to the park. It seems simple. I need simple. A heavy layer of snow has claimed the trees and buried grass nearby. A cobblestone walking trail twists around the edge of the lake. You pass an old ghost sitting on a bench, tossing nothing on the ground but still going through the motions. The ghosts of geese gather around him anyway, acting out a ritual that no longer serves any purpose. This is all still so confusing. I know what you mean. I guess all ghosts must feel like this, or something like it. Were you this lost when you died? For a while, yeah. How did you figure things out? I'm still figuring things out. Dying's not a simple thing. I just feel like I spent years on a puzzle, only to realize I'm missing pieces. They're gone. I'll never finish. And now, what do? Do I take the puzzle apart? Be proud of what I could? That I did what I could? It's still an accomplishment, I guess. But now what? What do we even do as ghosts? Do we get jobs? What's the point of anything? You can linger. I did so much lingering when I was alive. My death has to have a point. I feel like cancer took my life. Now I have another shot at things. You have a lot of options. I keep thinking about all the things I can't do now. Eat, drink. I could go for a milkshake right now. Vanilla, with a slice of apple pie. But I guess I won't taste it. There's no point in eating. But then I just want to play my clarinet. I can't do that either. But you can do so much more. At least I can still do puzzles and finish learning Japanese. I think I'm ready to take my mask off. You got this. If you say so. How do I look? Ah, beautiful. Thanks for lying to me. And thanks for the talk. It helped a lot. We should do this again sometime. I like that. It's hard to be a ghost. But Steph seems like she'll be alright. What's next for you, though? Good question. Alright. Back in we go, I guess. Let me guess, the graveyard has... Oh, yeah, there's Stephanie. Stephanie, Spirit of Denial. Years alive, 1983 to 2004. Cause of death, brain cancer. It took Steph a while to realize she was dead. If you beat cancer, it can be hard to accept when it comes back with a vengeance. Though if the disease ultimately took her life, it could not take her spirit. Now Steph begins a new chapter overwhelmed by potential death of wards. Alright. Okay, let's go back in and try one of the other rooms, maybe. Hello again. It's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down, and you can go right in. Let's go room of liars. Let's just do one date in each room for now, and we'll see how we feel after that. Room of liars. Oh, very bassy. The room of liars looks a bit like a conference hall, the kind you might see in an airport hotel. There was a meeting of regional managers here yesterday, followed by some couple's 65th anniversary in the evening. They left a few balloons behind. Worn, plush stacking chairs are set on either side of lacquered oak tables. In one corner, there are wine glasses and a metal pitcher of water. alongside a stainless steel urn for coffee. Ghosts don't need coffee. One particularly nervous ghost is holding a cup anyway. Some habits never die. The bell rings and a ghost appears.
A ghost! Oh god. Sorry. Of course you're a ghost. We all are. I'm just not used to this whole being dead thing.
I'm not used to it either.
Nothing prepares you for this life. Except this isn't life. Post-life? I feel so lost. When I used to have anxiety attacks, I'd focus on breathing. Listen to my heart beating. Now I can't breathe. I don't even have blood. What does that mean?
I'd take it one step at a time.
Steps. Yeah. That's a good one. Took me forever to learn how to walk on solid ground. When I first woke up, after I died, I fell right through my coffin, through my own body. Down, 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 into the bedrock. It was so dark.
It sounds awful.
It was. I will never forget the confusion, the helplessness. I seized up. That stopped me from falling. It was like my whole body became corporeal, not flesh, just like, you know how if you concentrate, you can pick up objects, like that. Except I was the object, and the earth was holding me. It was so quiet down there, stuck in solid rock.
How'd you get out?
I pulled myself up, away from the heap below, sort of clawed my way to the surface, through the earth. I felt the rock moving through me. Ah! That was just the bell. Thank you for listening. I guess we'll talk more in a bit. Hopefully the other ghosts are as nice as you.
I like them. Yeah, they were nice. But the idea of clawing your way back up from presumably nearly the frickin' core of the earth is insane. And it is no wonder they are a complete nervous wreck. Alright, let's see who the next ghost is. What a dapper dude. Well, look what we have here. The ghost's voice creaks like ancient wood. The name's Spooky Peter. He tips his hat. Dust spills off the brim. How do you do? I do okay. I'd wager otherwise. Like maybe you're scared. Like maybe you've seen a ghost. You definitely are spooky.
Thank you for saying so. I've been doing this for a while. My record of hauntings goes back long as the door. Since the Black Death took me in 1665.
You've seen a lot then.
History happened. Wars. Revolutions. Mostly I read about these things. Mostly I keep to my own. Spooking and scaring. Gotten pretty good at it. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you. But you can tell when it's me. The top hat. The fear. All hot and sick. Nobody spooks 'em like Spooky Peter.
Are you the devil?
Just one of his helpers. You could be too. There's something in your eyes. A potential.
Teach me your spooky ways.
Now. Spooky Peter doesn't just teach anybody. A rock has potential before you throw it through a window. What makes you any better?
I can pull my own face off.
Spooking like that may shock 'em, but there ain't no art to it. You go all the way, the living have nothing more to fear. And when they aren't spooked, what's the point? No. The spookiest spooking's the stuff that eats at you, makes you doubt what you hear or see, makes you wonder what could be under that bed. It's never as spooky when you see what it is. So how's that for a lesson?
Useful.
Good. There's more where that came from. If a legendary spookin' is what you're after, and Spooky Peter's gonna take you under his wing, so to speak, you'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spookin's in the details.
The bell rings.
The bell. It means we move on. Guess I'll be seeing you when I come back round.
So why aren't I moving? It seems rather weird that I'd be one of the people who isn't moving in the room, but there you go. A thick layer of dust now covers the table. Another ghost appears. Want to make some money? Doesn't everyone? Exactly. Everyone needs money. You get it. How do you propose we make money? That's the good part. We take it. Steal it. Then what? We use it. We use it to buy favors. Favors with the breathers. Influence. Information. And the living always make the money. The living buy plenty. The name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks, don't judge. Nice to meet you. Don't be making this personal. We rob a bank together? That's it. No more contact. At least not for a couple of months. What if I want to rob more? Whoa. Let's start with one. If this goes off without a hitch, then maybe we go serial. Problem with robbing banks, people see the robbers, but you can't see a ghosty. We can walk right in. To float the money, and float that money right on out. Genius, right? It's a perfect crime. There's no such thing. True facts. But nothing's for sure, is it? Except death. Seems to me that makes us uniquely qualified. There's no harm in hearing you out. No harm at all. At the very least, you'll break up the gloom in this room. Leon looks around at the other ghosts. Yeesh. The bell rings. Nuts. Time to switch seats. Don't worry, I'll be back. We got more to talk about. Okay. Sure, Leon. Right. The second round begins.
The other ghosts, holy were they awful. Leon's just a creep, and Spooky Peter, that name is earned. Woof. Also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Kyo. Sorry.
No need to be sorry.
No need, sure. I'm still sorry, though. My anxiety gets the better of me, and social situations are, tough. This one especially.
Spooky Peter's been around.
I think it's actually just dust. My rule, never trust anyone who wears a hat. The stuff he said to me. The hairs behind your neck know me. It's best to hide in the corner of their eye. Is what I was afraid of as a kid.
He said he's in books.
I believe it. The man's almost theatrical. Reminds me of a character actor playing the devil on stage.
I totally see it.
I'm not a confident person, but I'm rarely wrong. You should stay away from him.
You know, these are the ghosts.
I'm sure thankful for that. At best, dating ghosts is frustrating. Everyone says the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. It's Videodrome, by the way. My favorite movie, I mean.
Is that a quote from the movie? Long live the new flesh.
Ha! You know it.
I don't know it, unfortunately.
Sometimes I feel like a VCR. Obsolete.
Out of date. No new stories to tell. We can find some new stories.
Maybe.
Or we can just rewatch old ones.
You can miss things the first time around, so... Do you want to hear how I died?
If you want to talk about it.
Might as well get it out of the way. I was in film studies, working my way towards a PhD. In debt. Always pretty sad. I had good friends, though. I was always studying. One weekend, they convinced me not to study. They said we should go to the lake instead. I couldn't swim. I never learned. You see where this is going? I drowned. Everything went black and quiet. Woke up dead in a fancy wooden box. Under 6 feet of dirt. That's when I fell deeper. Like I told you before. I hate thinking about it. Why do I always dwell on bad stuff?
What's your favorite food?
Seriously? You're asking me my favorite food?
Coffee's a food, right?
It's coffee.
We can go for a coffee after this.
At a coffee shop? No thanks. We can't drink coffee anymore. And I hate being around the living. They somehow make me even sadder.
Go to an art gallery.
Art galleries depress me. Half the art is super sad, and all of it's better than anything I could do. It just reminds me that I wasted my life, so I'm gonna say no to art. Tell you what, I'll come up with something a little different. Hopefully.
That sounds good.
Yay. I can't wait to do something with you. That isn't talking about myself. Sorry.
The bell rings.
See you after we're done.
Let's find out the art of the spook, shall we?
My spooky protege returns. What knowledge do you seek, protege?
I want to know it all.
In time, a truly spooky ghost requires one thing above all else. Patience.
What spooks Spooky Peter?
Not much, though I will say I ain't so fond of beasts.
You're scared of animals?
Beasts are all instinct. Their fear is primal, tangible. I can't spook a beast. Not like a person.
Why is spooking so important?
Without fear, we get comfortable. We give our guard the night off. That's when devastation knocks. Wars, maybe. Plagues, surely. Spookin' keeps them vigilant. I succeed when they expect me.
I guess. Something's rattling around in there. Tell me about the plague.
The man I was died. I won't say much more than I have. I did my life. Now I do something else entirely. Ever been to the mirror world?
What's that?
The place beyond this. But the same as this. You've seen it. but always looking in. If you fancy another lesson, come on by that edge of things. I'll show you around the other side.
I like that.
Maybe you think you like it, seeing it's another thing entirely. Some things spook even spooky Peter.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, so, here's what I'm thinking. You come with me while I get a third ghost to watch the door. Do you know which bank yet? Absolutely. A secluded pawn shop on 4th. Board tellers, lots of elder customers. It's a great place to hit. How'd you find it? A friend put me onto it. He's trustworthy, don't worry. Leon pulls out some graphing paper. I drew the layout in pencil. It probably didn't need so much detail since we're going in the front door. I just figured it was best to be prepared. Wait. Does this mean you're interested? No promises yet. Hey, it's something. So, after we get in the bank... Oh man, think fast. We got company. Leon frantically puts the graphing paper away. So then I says to the priest... What are you two talking about over here? Oh, hey, friend. How's it hanging? We've had complaints, Leon. About my cologne. You know what about. I promise I don't. I was just looking for love. A wink. Just like all the other ghosts. A wink. Just like my friend here. A wink. Friend stares at Leon. Like she'll see the truth in his eyes. Fine, but I'm watching you. Both of you. That was a close one. Thanks for not ratting me out. No problem. I got a good feeling about this. We're gonna be rich. I don't need the money. The thrill, then. I've been chasing thrills all my life. I stole candy when I was 9. Switched to stealing beer at 14. Stole my first car a year later. Hit up convenience stores, drive-ins. Even held up a laundromat once. I threw my back out, carrying all those quarters. Did you ever get caught? Big or small, every heist has a hitch. 304 went so bad I was in and out of jail, but it wasn't anything serious until I got a crew together. Then I started doing banks. Even country cops took that seriously. Called me good after 5. Spent the rest of life behind bars. See if I'm finished business. Nothing so dramatic. Stealing's just all I know. It's just a hobby. A talent. The love of my life. The bell rings. That's our time. You've heard my pitch. Gonna know me a little more than I like. So what do you say? No. Fair enough. You know the plan. You know me. If you change your mind, I'll be at this branch at this time. It's been a slice. Alright, Leon. That's fine, Leon. You just bugger off, do your thing. I'm gonna go with Kyo. I mean, you know, it's just, again, rings true to me as an individual. It's like, yeah. You meet Kyo the next day, waiting on the street as you approach. Looking nervous. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? Definitely. What? I said I'm nervous too. Hold on a second. Let me take off these headphones. That's better. So, what were you saying? I'm just excited. Thank you for hanging out with me. I was worried about the place we're going is boring. It's pretty much, the middle of nowhere. No, literally, I know because we're ghosts. The middle of nowhere, it could mean something weird. Just come with me. Joe takes you to the woods. deep into the trees, far away from any paved roads. Did you know I make greeting cards for ghosts to give other ghosts? Happy anniversary, dear tragic end. I'm happy for your loss, that sort of thing. It's just a hobby. You stop at a particularly barren patch of prairie land. Everything is frozen over. The few clusters of trees are stripped of their leaves, with branches like bony hands. Squat birds huddle together for warmth near a frozen lake, while a dry, biting wind blows through. Isn't it great out here? I come here to think. I watch the birds. I listen to music. There aren't many souls here. Just the birds and the wind. I see why you like it. I can be myself here. No one bothers me. I don't need happy things to remind me that I'm not happy. I need sad things to remind me that it's okay to be sad sometimes. That's a nice way to put it. It's exhausting to worry like I do. But I'd rather embrace my sadness than just ignore it. Sadness is a real thing. As real as we are, anyway. So I embrace it. Kira looks out onto the frozen lake. Come with me. I want to show you something. Kira leads you away from the lake towards a pocket of trees. Hidden among the poplars and pines is an old house. The wood is grey and brittle, the roof collapsing long ago. This house is a tiny thing. When it was standing, it had just a single room. Inside, the floors are rotted through and covered in layers of bird droppings. In one corner, a wood-burning stove is rusted through. There's not much else. An entire family lived here. Kids were born here, people died here, and then it was abandoned, left to fall apart, lost among the trees. Now it's my home. Well, what you done with it? I would never change a thing. It's perfect. Kira leads you back into the cold, back to the edge of the frozen lake. This is as far as I will ever go now. And you know what? That's fine. Everything's fine. Not gonna lie, that one teared me up a little bit, actually. Spirit of anxiety. As far back as Kyo can remember, they were afraid. Ghosts, water, living an irrelevant life. They were drowned at the age 29, a year before completing a PhD that put them thousands in debt with no promise of even sessional work after graduation. Now they're a ghost, facing an eternity of time and no idea what to do with it. Meeting other ghosts is helping though. Since speed dating, Kyo has even taken up a new hobby, learning to swim. Okay, I'll do one more. I don't think I'll do another game tonight, but... Hello again. It's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down, and you can go right in. Right, the Room of Black. The Room of Black isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing, rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, drying and rotting in the sun. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine, but there's peace to this place. The crickets are chirping, and well beyond the garden, a train passes. You sit at a table opposite an empty chair. The bell rings, and a ghost appears. Oh, I'm a ghost. Ooh. Ooh. Lol. Wait. Lol. Isn't it great being dead? It's pretty neat, right? Being dead is the best way to live. I'm Drea. I'm like dead, obviously. Nice to meet you, Drea. Square. Hey, I'm cool. Sure you are. That's not your Pontiac in the parking lot. I don't remember how I got here. Weird. That's weird. Quit being weird. That's just who I am. So, like, what are you into? A distraction. I can help with that. I'm very distracted. Jay looks around. Man, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. What's with Antler Ghost? I know, those antlers are kind of cool. And that broken neck is gnarly. But she is like so 110%. Welcome to speed dating for ghosts. Here are the rules I thought up for no reason. Now mingle like a weird experiment. While I take notes. Antler Ghost is taking notes right now, I bet. While we sit here pretending we aren't monsters. What do the antlers mean? Oh, presuming she's some sort of thing, so... She's kind of cute, though. You would. Not that I know you at all yet. Just, ew. I guess I shouldn't judge. I've gone out with all kinds. Pretty girls in dresses, who carry their own heads. A shadow who refused to let me look directly at him. Being dead is great. It's the other dead people that kill me. I'm still not used to any of this. When I was alive... I love jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jokes everywhere. Never enough money. Jokes got the money. I'd be all, the best way to die is now, before death does me in. Should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know? But now that I'm dead, it feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be, which I guess makes sense, since we all die in junk. Yeah, like Ghost rang that bell thing. That means we change places. See you in a bit.
Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. It's just so nice to get out of my home, to see a new face.
I like your face too.
You're too kind. My looks aren't what they were.
Guess when you get old, you look at it.
Even after you go, I haunt the old folks' home, where I died. Queen Mary's.
It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. Few nursing homes are.
The nurses do their best, but they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death.
How do you help?
Any way I can. I keep watch on vitals, ring a nurse when needed, tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears. There is more, I say. Just you wait.
That's so nice.
I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living, whether they know it or not. We ought to use that power for good.
I agree.
Now that you're dead, what do you do with your time?
I'm still figuring that out.
It's strange, being dead. It's a Bible verse, I think, about something. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have two eyes and be thrown into hell, where the worms that eat them do not die, and the fire is not quenched. I still have both my eyes, but what I see isn't like hell.
Hell is other people.
I've heard that. I don't believe it. Can't imagine anything worse than being alone.
Were you alone when you were alive? No, I had a partner, Milton. He's still alive, actually, a resident at the home. Oh, I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again when I come back around. Thank you for the talk. Another ghost appears. Yes. The ghost says nothing, only stares. Hi. What is it you require? Companionship. You will not receive companionship from me. I bring only pain, like a memory that haunts, like a curse. Do you hurt people? Only those who deserve it. Who are you? My name? I am unknowable. The shadow of a shadow. You can call me Gary. That is who I was. Who I used to be. Tell me about Gary. Gary was a simple man. An accountant. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain, baseball games, and decaffeinated tea. I miss the little things too. They are gone. Gary is gone. Too bad. Gary sounds nice. Gary is gone. Killed. I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was something. Now cobwebs. A draft. I'm so sorry, Gary. Do not be sorry. Gary is gone. Gary, he lifts up his fragile frame and shambles over to the next table. What is he looking for? Second round begins. Everybody's so flipping gloomy here. I keep thinking, who died? Could liven it up. Oh man, okay. Like a prank? Or maybe we try to scare the other ghosts? Who haunts the haunters or something? We can make something float? Make something float? Pfft, that's all you got? Man, we should just go haunting. Freak out some flesh bags. Give them something to be afraid of. I like that. Cool. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. Nice ones, I mean. Usually, I pal around with other poltergeists. What's wrong with poltergeists? Nothing at all. Poltergeists are the best. They're pretty much just like the movie. One time, I even tried to suck a girl into a TV. The glass got in the way. Kind of messy, actually. Did she die? Nah, I was kidding. I'm not like that. My friends, though, way more intense about the ghost stuff. My friend Beck likes to make corpses wink at morticians. At open casket funerals. Allison haunts an airport hotel. I guess she likes to watch weird people doing it. I just hang out. Go to shows, terrorize this normie couple I know, rich types who moved into my old house. Actually, they put up a plaque that says, live, laugh, love. Blah. How do you terrorize the normies? Possession is fun. When they're asleep, I make the girl sit up in bed and point at the corner in the dark. The guy wakes up, sees what she's pointing at, and freaks out. It wakes her up, and she freaks out too. It's great. Sometimes. Other times, I want to make ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things. But then I actually remember I like doing those things. I really just want to share them with someone new. I know it probably sounds pathetic. Already? This was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something. Not for anything. Good.
Hello again. How is the speed dating going? Is everything you'd hoped it would be?
There are some weirdos here. Weirdos. That's not very nice now, is it? Even the living are a little weird. The dead? Well, just look at me. I look like cotton balls. I look more like pollen. See? We're creatures out of some horror show. I've met all sorts since I died, let me tell you. Some prickly pears, some goopy gusses. They're all getting by. I, for one, see death as a gift. Sure, there are plenty I can't do anymore, but mostly dying's made it easier to do the things I love. And my back stopped hurting. First time in 20 years. Hetty looks at the garden rotting around you. Do you like gardening? Not really. You and whoever tends this garden, she chuckles to herself. As far as interests go, I'm afraid I'm pretty boring. Beyond growing things and helping people die, there's not much more to me. I suppose I like true crime and making jam. Is jam something that interests you? Wait, you like true crime? Oh, heavens, yes. Like a lot of folks from my era, I started with Capote. But he was a little too literary for me. I like the gory details. David, Simon, and Edna Buchanan especially. Who do you like to read? I have not read a single thing. Let's go with Capote. Sure. Oh dear, I didn't mean to offend you by calling him too literary. His writing's just not my jar of jam, you know. Which Capote book is your favourite? Corpse had a familiar face. That's actually by Edna Buchanan. I guess. You're trying to impress me. That's cute. I won't judge you for not reading these things. They're not for everyone. Being dead has me thinking. I've read so many awful stories, so many big cases go unsolved. Detectives and journalists always say, if only the dead could talk. And sometimes I wonder if they'd talk to me. How'd you find the victims? Newspaper classifieds. The living say newspapers are dying. All the better for us dead. Oop, there's the bell. I'm due at the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honoured if you'd join me. It's not as exciting as a date with other ghosts might offer, but it has its rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. That sounds wonderful. I'm pleased that you agree. I'll meet you at Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Sorry if that's a little early. I'm my best self before noon. Hetty floats over to the next table. She looks back and smiles. Hey, Gary. Why are you so sorry? What do you mean? When we spoke the first time, you apologized profusely. Why? I feel bad for you. I do not need your pity. I need to know what happened to me. I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Emotions. Work. A shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together. Tell me about work. A place, wood that creaks, a musty smell of old books, the clack of countless machines, our office, our accounting practice. What do you mean by our? The shadow. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name? Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they just look sort of sad. You're a good ghost, Gary. Your kindness, it is rare among our kind. I still feel the blade, the life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together, we will discover why. I gotta say, I'm interested in Gary. Gary left a strange transit map behind, routes you've never seen. A certain stop is circled. I have to admit, all of them do interest me, but I am going to go with Gary. I like his little smile. Let's find out what happened to Gary. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts. waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. He's wearing a bow tie. I wore a bow tie. You look nice. I wish to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end, even for the second time. Also, I thought you would like it. I love it. Gary smiles. Briefly. We are going to the place where I died. The office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks, where the trains grind and the walls shake. The dead end of a crooked drive. Sounds spooky. Yes, spooky. A dim purple light washes over Gary's face. The dead of night bus has arrived. This bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit trained to perform repetitive tasks. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There's no fare. You've all paid the price. The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy. The papers on Gary's old desks are carefully stacked. It seems like he liked keeping things orderly. My partner's desk, always a mess. Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk. Service. Beg your pardon? Service was my partner. Service Gelk. What was he like? I worked with the man for 16 years. At first, for a bank, we were miserable. So we struck out on our own. Gary sits at the services desk. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. You'd make a good partner. I tried my best. I wish I could say the same for service. He was a thief. The green and gold lamp collecting dust on the service desk casts a long shadow. Shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary. He was telling our clients they owed money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself, small amounts, so I would not notice. But even small amounts do not add up. Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something. When I confronted him, there was a fight. In this room? Yes. I killed him. Oh God. I still feel the blade, the knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I'd done. Then I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go of the weapon. I frozen in place right there in our office. They shot me where I stood. I died here, same as service. At least you know, I am haunted by an act of vengeance, not the need for it. I am sorry for bringing you here. I am sorry I am not good. You're a good ghost, Gary. I am not, but now that I know what I have done, I will carry it with me, atone. Perhaps then I will be good, a good ghost. Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall, you see a portrait. 2 smiling men. Service and Gary. The day they opened their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead, but the picture stays fixed to the wall. Oh, man. Oh, man. What the fuck? Wow, I got 3 in a row. Gary worked hard to live a noble life. He saw money as a root of most people's problems, and his accounting practice as a way to help people live with a little less worry. While Gary kept few friends, those he knew cherished his honesty and quiet humour. A college roommate once affectionately described him as a bran muffin. Hold the butter. After discovering his business partner was stealing from clients, Gary accidentally killed him and was shot by the police responding to the scene. Wow. Wow. Bloody heck. Let's see. Alright, yeah, not been dropping frames. This is good. This is very, 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 very good. Okay, do I? No, I suppose I better wrap it up there. I think. I'm not sure how long I've been streaming for. Be at least an hour. I wonder if there is a way of checking on here. I'm not 100% sure. Check on this? No. No. Cannot check on that. I don't think I have the currently live thing. But nonetheless, I will wrap up here. It was a bit of fun, something a bit different. I have a few more games where this came from. And I'll also pass them over to the Mushroom Answer, who can play them on their channel. And that'll be sort of a nice change for them, change of pace. They'll get to experience them as well. I'll tell them not to watch these ones until after they've played it, so not spoil it. But for now we'll call it there. We'll have a bit of a chill for tomorrow, and we're going to have a few, like a couple of long streams tomorrow, so hopefully that will make up for the shorter one tonight. The shorter one. I don't want to go overboard. Not sure what we're going to do tomorrow, but we'll work something out. We'll work something out. Oh well, for now, thank you very much for watching, and catch you next time.